The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Henry Clay High School in Lexington. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky high school basketball on Glycon. Tonight, it's the visiting Woodford County Yellow Jackets against the homestanding Henry Clay Blue Devils. I'm Keith Elkins, alongside veteran coach and former Scott County head coach Tim Glenn, and we're glad to have you back with us again, Tim, for another year of basketball, and the first time we've had a chance to work together. An interesting matchup tonight. Woodford County coming off 2 straight victories to start the season, made a trip to Pennsylvania and got a win up there. And Coach Jerron Brown has a lot of new faces to work with this year for his team.
Coach Brown does, and I'm really impressed watching the JV games. Yes, it's always been neat as a coach. I always encourage kids to come in before a varsity game and watch the JV game. Watch it and get involved in the ambiance of it. But I tell you what, Woodford's got some young kids. So does Henry Clay. Both of those, I know Jerron's got a lot of new faces to work with on the varsity, but I really like some of the things that the program itself. Jerron's done a really good job to build that program into a working part of Central Kentucky basketball.
Yeah, and it's a high-level JV game. We did see some talent there coming up, so good sign for the future for both of these teams.
Sure. You spoke on Jerron taking those kids to on that early preseason trip. And I think that's really neat to do that on the second game of the year. It's kind of odd. You don't see that a whole lot. But to go down and to be able to experience that as a team, the growth things that can come out of that, man, that's, probably a good move by Coach Brown. And sound like they had a dandy little win up there.
Yeah, they got a win up there. That was up there, meaning in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh area. Of course, Jerron Brown was a standout player for the Pittsburgh Panthers back in the early part of the 21st century, and has since, of course, made a fine career as the head basketball coach at Woodford County. But they went back up there, got to see some of the Pittsburgh sports venues, and also got a win, which has to please the coach as well. Henry Clay comes in at 2-1. They suffered a loss to Trinity, but that's a pretty good ball club, and Coach Brown is generally pretty pleased with the way his team is going. And of course, he has a player to build around in Jackson Steffen, an Air Force recruit, and headed there next year, and he is just a fine all-around player.
Scott, our producer, and I were talking earlier before as we were setting up, and Jackson Steffen, it's impressive just to get in the Air Force in general. But what I say is, it's just he's been a fine young man. I've been able to watch him play for quite some time. He was playing in a part of those teams back in 2023, back when I was still coaching, and I tell you what, he has turned into a very fine basketball player and a fine young man on top of it. What a great kid to build around. He's a kid that's going to make those other kids better.
And some of the other kids are new to the Henry Clay program. Helton and Hemingway and Goatley, all fine ball players, and it may take a little while for everything to blend together, but they've got some real potential once they do that.
Sure, and that's why I say I think there's only a couple seniors on that Henry Clay roster, so got a lot of kids that'll be back next year, and I know Daniel's really working probably to fulfill this season, but also working towards staying a contender for next year as well.
Well, we'll get into more detail of the keys to the game later, but in general, how do you see this one matching up?
It's both teams have that potential. They can play fast, play slow. We spoke on that at different times. There's some teams that have a hard time of doing that. We haven't been able to see these guys a lot. I know you said you saw them the other day. Said Henry Clay is a solid team that's, I think, with that experience of Jackson Steffen and the role that he plays, they're going to be able to, and it's a home game for them. Mm-hmm. So, I look for Henry Clay to be a pretty good force upon Woodford. But the athleticism of Woodford and the intensity and the way they play, I think it's going to be a good ball game. It's going to be fun to watch.
All right, well, we'll get a little more in-depth into that as we go along on our pregame show, but it's Woodford County at Henry Clay tonight. Glad you've joined us on Glycon. We'll take a break. Be back with more of our pregame report in just a moment on Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
We're back at Henry Clay High School. Junior varsity action continues in front of us now before Woodford County takes on Henry Clay in the varsity game. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, and we're glad to have you with us on Glycod tonight. This would normally be where we'd hear from Coach Jerron Brown, but we just haven't been able to connect with the coach. In fact, he was delayed in getting into Henry Clay High School tonight. As Tim, as you well know, it's a little bit tough getting around outside downtown and areas north of downtown tonight, and so traffic all over the place.
Traffic all over the place. That happens sometimes in Lexington. We all know that, but I know Jerron's got a lot of guys on his bench over there. He's got faith in, and that's but they'll be here. He'll roll in, I'm sure.
Well, his team comes in at 2-0, and they recently got back, and their second victory, in fact, came against a Pennsylvania school, Jeanette, and that was on a trip to Community College of Allegheny in the Pittsburgh area. And, of course, Jerron Brown was a star at Pittsburgh and played his college basketball there and was an outstanding player for the Panthers, and a good connection for him. But a great trip for these high school players to go and see the various Pittsburgh sports venues, including where the Pitt Panthers play football and the Steelers, and then also PNC Park, home of the Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the great parks in Major League Baseball. So what a great weekend for these guys, and all part of their basketball experience.
Sure. Coach Brown, he had a great career there. I know he was well liked and by the fan base. I actually knew some people that were Pitt fans, and they all spoke highly of Coach Brown while he was there in his career. That fan base really enjoyed him, and I'm sure having that, it allowed for some good opportunities for those young men. I will say, I recall years ago, Coach Brown was playing for Winburn Middle School, and I was doing basketball camp for Coach Don Lane.
Yes.
And Coach Lane said, Timmy said Winburn doesn't have a coach this week. Said, why don't you take them? I said, okay. And I think we got out there, and I had I had Jerron running my point. He was an 8th grader, and his cousin Eric Brown, who went to Louisville, was one of our forwards. So needless to say, we didn't lose a game all week. It didn't have anything to do with coaching either. So.
That's some tremendous coaching right there. Get those 2 guys on your roster and fill that lineup out. He's got a fine player in Amari Joyner. Coach Brown does on his current team, a 6'1 junior. Missed almost all of last year because of an injury, but has come back strong this year. Had 27 in the victory in Pennsylvania. So 6'1 junior Amari Joyner, number 2 for Woodford County. We'll look for a lot from him tonight.
He's another one. I've seen him since he was very young, even in middle school and whatnot, even making some waves at Frankfort as he was young and playing there. And like I say, I think with those 27 points, I believe he had a double-double and about 10 rebounds as well. So he's just a very good athlete, has a knack for scoring the ball, and it's going to be interesting to watch him go here tonight.
Another player to watch for Woodford is Josiah McKee. We're number 4, 6'4 junior, had 20 points and 10 rebounds in a win over Tate's Creek this year. So he's a fine athlete as well, and one that'll be a force for Woodford this year.
Got some good length to him. I know speaking with Mr. Marcus George, one of the Woodford County longtime guys that if you're associated with the program, you know Marcus just a great young man, and anyway he filled us in and said, you know, he's kind of playing our center position, if you will, and said, you know, he takes care of a lot of that rebounding, a lot of the dirty work. It sounds like against Tate's Creek he was able to convert down around the basket quite often. So.
Well, that's a brief look at the Woodford County team as, again, we weren't quite able to connect with Coach Jerron Brown, but he has got another team with a lot of potential this year, and they'll match up against Henry Clay tonight. We will have much more on our pregame show as we continue from Henry Clay High School on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cardtown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
Communication is really important on a team because you have to know what everybody's doing, even when it's not your job. You just really want to work as one unit, and whenever you can do that, the team is at its best. I think staying active helps me to be my best self by keeping me disciplined. Being able to look back whenever I go to bed at night, checking all the things off that I've done that day, it creates the best me. My name is Trent Noah, and I'm better without it.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Welcome back to Henry Clay High School. Glad to have you with us tonight. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, Scott Moore, our producer, and Leslie Moore, our camera operator tonight. That's your Glycod crew, and also Steve Bird, our executive producer. So glad to have you along for this one between Henry Clay and Woodford County. And tonight's game plan is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. And Tim Glenn has the game plan. Let's start with the visitors, Tim, Woodford County.
I think Woodford County, as far as keys, one thing, they're going to have to hold down that scoring and leadership of Jackson Steffen. I mean, it's I think a lot of things are going to go through Mr. Steffen tonight for the Blue Devils. Woodford, too, I think they're going to be better suited just in the way Coach Brown's teams have played in the past. They're going to have to control that tempo, maybe keep it up and down a little more so, I think that's going to favor them. And then they got to win that rebound battle.
And for the home team, Henry Clay coming in with a 2-1 record.
2-1, Henry Clay. Again, everybody's learning one another. You got newer guys in with Jackson, and number one, they got to be aware of Amari. I mean, a double-double coming off their last outing there on the road trip. They're going to have to limit turnovers from pressure. Woodford will get after them in certain ways, try to speed them up. If they don't turn that ball over, that's a part of Woodford's plan, I believe, coming in. And then, make sure their transition defense is solid. They're going to have to run the floor on defense, being back and making Woodford have to run offense.
All right, well, that's the game plan tonight, built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. The junior varsity game has just ended here. Woodford County with a 37-30 win over Henry Clay in the JV game. The varsity game will be getting underway before long, and we'll have that one for you tonight. This broadcast is authorized by Henry Clay High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student-athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you very much for watching. We'll take a short break here. When we come back, we'll hear from Henry Clay coach Daniel Brown. That's coming up next on our pregame report on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Talking with Coach Daniel Brown of Henry Clay, and Coach, you come into this one with a 2-1 mark and trying to come back now from a loss to Trinity. Tell me about what you learned about your team here in this past week or so, especially coming off the loss to Trinity.
Yeah, well, I guess, anytime you go 2-1, it's better going 1-2 or 0-3.
Absolutely.
So we'll take that. I mean, 2 good games. I would feel like we played pretty good. And the first 2 wins, we went and played a really good Trinity team that just kind of out-muscled us and, just played a lot better than we did. And so it come out with a 17-point loss. But I felt like we played hard. We continued to, play together and work at it. But we knew it would be a work in progress with all the new faces. So we just kind of got beat by more prepared and just a better team at this stage of the season right now than we did on Saturday. So, but we're excited. 2 big matchups this week and chance to open up our home court. We're excited about that.
And you mentioned the new faces, and you do have the transfer players that are expected to help you out a lot this year. And you're learning more every game about them. And how are they fitting in so far?
I think we're learning more about what their strengths are and weaknesses, and how we can handle them, put them in the right spot. So that's I told you, Keith, that's going to be a work in progress. But I do think for the most part they're trying to do whatever's needed to win. So and they've been coachable. So I like that. So they've all had their moments where they're up and down. But that's all kids. But we've seen a lot of more positive out of all of them that really makes for a good season.
Right, and the transfer players we're referring to, Colton Helton and Jack Hemingway and Ricky Goatley, all in from other schools in their first year at Henry Clay this year. But tell me about, and of course we know about Jackson Steffen, your returning standout who has done such a great job for you over the years. But tell me about what you're expecting now from some other guys to step up and continue to fill the roles that they need to fill.
Well, yeah, Jackson, he's done what he's needed. He just went over 1,000 points, so congrats to him. And 26th guy in Henry Clay to do that. So that's always a notch for him. But other than that, I think Ricky Goatley's really come on as a point guard, kind of getting more comfortable, been more aggressive and stuff, and learning what I want, different things. The Jack Hemingway, you talk about terms, he had 25 against Western Hills, so he showed me signs where he can really be good. I'm getting some good stuff off of, Colton's playing good defense and they're able to stretch the defense, but also just being strong for us. The freshman coming off, Alan Dixon is, I think, I've seen him really starting to grow more and more. So I think you're going to see him more in the lineup, more playing time. And then I think Kai has really come on as a defensive guy, learning his role and what he can do to help us because he's so athletic. And again, he's been around the program. That's probably second behind Jackson. So, we get other guys, but those guys have really, I've seen start to stick out a little bit.
You mentioned in our post-game conversation after the Tates Creek game that you wanted to see your team continue to rebound. Are they doing that to your satisfaction so far?
Well, they did up until Saturday.
Uh-huh.
So Saturday, that was a big. We got beat. We got dominated on the boards at Trinity. So obviously that's going to be something we're going to be working on today. Probably every day. We work on it every day. It's kind of like it's something that we know we have to do it. And again, it's getting more guys in there to rebound than Jackson. So I'm trying to get more guys. You got to get tougher. You got to want to get in there and get those things. We didn't do it Saturday, so usually if we're not rebounding the basketball, it's probably a long night for us.
Tell me about the matchup with Woodford County. How do you see that? What kind of overview do you give that one?
Well, Jerron does a great job down there. They're going to play hard and aggressive, and they got one of the best players in the region down there, and the Joyner kid. So he'll be a hard one to hold. We're going to try to slow him down and make him make tough shots, keep him out of the paint. And I'm sure he's just getting these football guys because, they had a great football season down there. So he's probably just getting them into shape. So I don't know. I know he had a couple didn't play the other night, but they might play now. But for the most part, I expect to be right down to the wire, a tough game, and hopefully we can find a way to get a win.
Well, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at Henry Clay High School, Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn and getting ready for Henry Clay and Woodford County tonight. Henry Clay coming in with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. And for Woodford County tonight, they're coming in with 2 straight wins. They started the season with wins over Tate's Creek 61-58 and then beat Jeanette of Pennsylvania by a score of 57-54. And you're 2-0, then that's great, and you get a couple of close wins. So I guess you'll learn a little bit about your team in those close wins, don't you?
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't. Neither one of them was kind of breakouts where they got comfortable. So that's again, it's always good to win games like that, and especially early on. That helps you down the road, and it helps you tomorrow. So.
Well, Henry Clay coming off a loss to a very good Trinity team, and Coach Daniel Brown was not particularly discouraged or down about that loss, talking about losing to a good team. As long as you're learning and getting better and playing hard, sometimes a loss in the early season is something that a coach, I won't say it easily gets over, but it's a little bit better than how other losses can occur.
And that's, Trinity's always, they're so organized, man, and so organization at the beginning of the year is really tough to play against. So, I'm sure I didn't see that game. I didn't get to see it, but what I say is that's a tough early season game. But just the organization part of it, they've just always had that coach there at Trinity. He just does a great job of being organized early on and throughout. So,
and the challenges for a coach and a team are different in the early season, because unless you just got a solid veteran team of 4 or 5 seniors coming back, you're still getting used to each other. Sometimes you have guys coming off the football team. I mean, any number of things can contribute to, if not a rough start, maybe not as polished as you want it to be.
Sure, and then, this early in the year, I mean, I think it's every team we've ever even been a part of, except for maybe a couple, that there would be kids that had roles right now during this time, and then later in the year, their role may have vanished. Somebody else filled it. Somebody else comes in and assists them in that role. So, I mean, things get added, things get taken away, and you never can tell how a season develops, but it is important to get those different kinds of experiences so that in the end, the growth and the learning that comes out of that, as long as you do that, it's that team's going to be able to make long runs.
We talked a little bit about Amari Joyner, the standout for Woodford County, 27 points in the win over the Pennsylvania school, and missed nearly all of last basketball season with a knee injury, and has come back and by all accounts is 100%, and the numbers certainly indicate that he is. But that's another early season, maybe not a puzzle, but it's nice to turn the question mark into an exclamation point and know that he is solid and ready to go.
Sure, solid, ready to go. It sounds like, I think he did a great job of rehabbing, giving it time and not trying to be too early. And I don't know but I do know that he kind of took it easy coming into the season and even all that, because that knee is a tough thing.
Yes.
Some kids really have a hard time of acclimating to being like they were, if you will, to 100%. And he probably won't be that right now, but as long as he keeps growing and progressing and strength building, he's such a great athlete, and it's like I say, it's going to be fun to watch him tonight.
All right, we'll be watching for him for Woodford County, and of course the standout for Henry Clay is Jackson Steffen, whom we talked about quite a bit already, but he is one of the great players in the region, if not the state, headed for Air Force Academy, and Henry Clay will be depending on him as this season goes along, as he blends in with the other players. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And for the visiting Woodford County Yellow Jackets, it's Amari Joyner in the starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets, and he'll be joined by Rayshawn Lewis. Joyner on the season had that 27-point game against the Pennsylvania school, and he's a 6'1 junior. Rayshawn Lewis is a 5'11 junior, and they'll be joined in the Woodford County lineup by Josiah McKee. He'll be wearing number 4, a 6'4 junior, 20-point, 10-rebound game against Tates Creek. And then Kingston Tolles will be in the Woodford County lineup as well, a 6'1 junior, and they'll be joined by Gavin Banks, a 6-foot senior. That's the lineup for Coach Jerron Brown. And now for Henry Clay tonight, number 1 is Jackson Steffen, their leading scorer and rebounder. He was that a year ago as well, 6'4 senior, and averaging 25 points a game here in the early going for Henry Clay through their first 3 games. Colton Helton, wearing number 2, will be at guard for Henry Clay. Ricky Goatley, like Helton, a transfer. Goatley from Madison Central, Helton from Scott County. Goatley will wear number 5 and play guard. Jack Hemingway, another guard. He's wearing number 10 tonight. Hemingway, also a transfer from Berea, and averaging 12 points a game in the early going for the Blue Devils. And the 5th member of the Henry Clay starting lineup is Kai Paris. Kai Paris will wear number 3, 5'11 junior. And one thing to watch for him, he's hit 10 of 11 free throws this year. So if they're in a tight ball game, he's a good guy for them to have at the line. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. We'll take a break and be back with more of our pregame activities from Henry Clay High School in just a moment on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Communication is really important on a team because you have to know what everybody's doing, even when it's not your job. You just really want to work as one unit, and whenever you can do that, the team is at its best. I think staying active helps me to be my best self by keeping me disciplined. Being able to look back whenever I go to bed at night, checking all the things off that I've done that day, it creates the best me. My name is Trent Noah, and I'm better without it.
With fast signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Getting close to game time here at Henry Clay as Woodford County meets Henry Clay, and we've gone over some of the strengths and weaknesses of this team, but we've talked briefly about Jackson Steffen, and he truly is one of the leading players in the region, if not the state. A little more detail on his game. He seems to be all over the floor. Daniel Brown said in preseason practices that he's able to assume a number of different roles for them.
Sure. You know, I think one thing he's always done, even as a younger player, he's a great rebounder. He'd go in and is a great run-in rebounder, but, leads in a lot of different categories. I say he's going to do it all year.
Well, they are counting on him to do that. And, of course, he has some good teammates around him as well. But Jackson Steffen will be one to watch, the 6'4 senior. He averaged 17 points and 8 rebounds and led Henry Clay in both of those categories last year. Off to an even better start this year. Had a 34-point game against Tates Creek and comes into this one averaging 25 points and 12 rebounds in this young season so far. A 52% field goal shooter and 72% from the free throw line. So this is Henry Clay's home opener tonight, and we are glad to bring it to you on Glycod. Woodford County and Henry Clay coming up in just a moment here at Henry Clay High School. So we invite you to stay tuned. Plenty of basketball ahead. I hope you'll join us for the entire ball game tonight on Glycod, and we'll be right back with the start of the ball game in just a moment, right after this on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia. Movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School. And now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
And following our national anthem, we are just about set for basketball at Henry Clay tonight. We'll get the introductions of the starters, and then we'll be underway from Henry Clay in what shapes up as a pretty interesting ball game. We mentioned, Tim, that trip to Pittsburgh that the Woodford County team got to take, a great experience for them, and they got a win there, and they also have a close win over Tate's Creek to start the season. But you travel away, and I understand the Jeanette school that they beat in Pittsburgh was a pretty highly regarded team, one that's expected to do very well in Pennsylvania this year. So you come away from a great trip with a great win. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good start.
That's very good, and like I say, and again, doing it early, and giving them that experience of that trip and the bonding on that. Anytime you take a trip together and kind of do those things, it's really good. Mm-hmm. Looks like they're going to honor Mr. Steffen.
Yeah. He's in the 1,000-point club, as Coach Brown mentioned that, and our congratulations also to Jackson Steffen and the presentation made there at midcourt. Again, he's headed for the Air Force Academy, senior at Henry Clay this year, and off to a great start in his senior season, and just a great guy to build a team around. And we mentioned the transfers that have come in, and they are Helton and Goatley and Hemingway, and they're beginning to contribute now. And, of course, you have other returnees also who are going to adapt and be part of this Henry Clay team. So interesting blend of talent, and but it's nice to have that cornerstone like a Jackson Steffen.
Sure, that's what I say. With a cornerstone like that, a guy like you said that can do things all over the floor, if you will. You can take some transfers and get some experiences with them along the way, and still be a great contender at the end for sure.
Looking forward to seeing Amari Joyner play too, because he had to miss just about the entire season last year, and had a big game against not only the Pennsylvania school Jeanette, but also against Tate's Creek, over 20 points. So he is obviously ready to go. Josiah McKee, quite an athlete, and they have Rajon Lewis, Kingston Tolles, Gavin Banks, and so it looks like Woodford County is going to be one to contend with in this region.
Sure, in this region and in the 8th as well. And so I say they really are. I like to say I really like what the JV teams look like. That's always good to watch that and see what's coming. But some of those cats, they were long enough to break into both these lineups. So.
Yeah, when I say in this region for Woodford County, that is the 8th, of course. Henry Clay in the 11th, and the Blue Devils getting ready to break their huddle around Coach Daniel Brown, who is in his 20th season at Henry Clay. 22 seasons overall as a head coach, 415 wins, 240 losses. Jerron Brown in his 7th season at Woodford County has had a fine record as well, 115 and 65, was a head coach at LCA Middle School before taking the Woodford County position. Played at Pittsburgh back 2000 to 2004, 1,258 points for the Panthers, and before that was one of the great players in Bryan Station history. And we're underway now from Henry Clay High School. It'll be Joyner handling the ball for Woodford County out front.
Again, Woodford, a lot of things going to go through Joyner, same as Steffen. It's
They tried to go inside to McKee, but it's taken away. Steffen's got it coming the other way. Makes a reverse, lays it up, won't go for him.
Great move to the
fought
basket.
for. Lewis got it out of there. Yellow Jackets in the black jerseys with the gold numerals. Henry Clay in white with blue and gold. Banks is number 5, and now there's Amari Joyner, number 0, 6'1" junior. Guarded by Paris, takes it into the lane, lost the ball, and Henry Clay's got it going the other way with Helton handling the ball. Fires it cross court. Hemingway for a 3. Takes a big high bounce and pulled down off of there by McKee. And now Woodford County in a hurry. Driving is Joyner, and a foul before he let go of the shot.
Going to be up and down. Looks like, Keith. There's not one or two passes, and that thing's going up.
Well, the first on Hemingway and the first on the team in this first quarter. Now back to Joyner out front.
Henry Clay showing a little zone this time.
There's the shot from outside. That one's too long from Banks. Henry Clay has it. Goatley will hold things up out front. Ricky Goatley off to a good start for Henry Clay, averaging 8 points a game so far. And Steffen with the outside shot. Won't go.
Two good looks for Steffen. One at the basket and one with the inside out 3 right there. They'll take that all day long.
No score as yet. Driving is Joyner. We had a whistle.
Wow.
Got him for an offense. Yeah.
Took him straight in. Might have chicken winged him a little bit. Maybe took that arm and extended it right there at the end, and that can sometimes be probably was a no call if anything. But when you extend that arm, man, they can get you.
So Henry Clay will put it in play, coming up on the 6-minute mark. So we played a couple of minutes without any scoring in this one. Jackson Steffen holds it up, fires to Hemingway, baseline turnaround,
good offside cut, no screen involved, but just a good hard cut, and Steffen led him right into a score.
Henry Clay with the first basket. Lewis on the wing. And a shot by Tolles. Takes a big kick out of there, but Lewis rebounds and sticks it back in.
Good to get an offensive rebound and a putback.
Tried to go underneath. The layup by Helton not there. All tied at 2. Here's Tolles. Baseline.
Yeah.
To McKee, and that's going to be another offensive foul.
Let's say that could have been on Henry Clay's scouting report on the board, because they're really trying to get in a position down there. I know Woodford drives the ball and plays fast. Like I say, normally I haven't seen them play this year, but what I say is I'd say Coach Brown had that on his board. Let's get in guarding position and look for charges.
Yeah, and 2 quick fouls, both offensively, on Joyner and McKee. 1 foul each for those players. Here's the shot by Hemingway. That's a 3.
Good patience. Running a little flex offense right there. A little low flex, a little high flex, both.
Good shot from Hemingway, the 6'3" senior, averaging 12 points a game here in the early season. Now a deflection and the steal by Hemingway. Gets it off to Goatley. Spins into the middle, and outside it goes. Helton walked before the shot, which found the basket, but he had taken an extra step.
You know, a lot of referees will not call that, but I mean, it's an obvious if you catch and then hop. That hop step is a definite, that's 2 steps, if you will.
5-2, Henry Clay on top. Along the baseline, out of the double team to Lewis, blocked by Goatley, saves it back in. And Steffen drives and missed the shot. Wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do with that one, I don't think.
Kind of got in between,
yeah.
didn't he?
And then the shot blocked by Goatley at the other end, but a foul.
That's a great job, just not giving them the two and making them earn it. And, it's just a really good job. Sometimes you see kids just give it to them, but make him go to the line and shoot him 2 free throws and earn that thing. Yeah, Jackson just kind of got in between down there on that side and got in between dunking it and laying it in. We've all been there.
Yeah. I was undecided a lot, but it never involved a dunk. That was never one of my options. For him it was, but he did look like he wasn't quite sure whether he wanted to pull up and just lay it over the edge or take it to the backboard or dunk it. But as it turned out, he bounced back out on him.
Nice looking stroke there from McKee at the free throw line. Woodford with a third foul pretty early there.
Yeah, so McKee picks up a second. He's going to have to leave. Wyatt Peters into the ball game, a 6-foot junior.
That could affect him on that rebound battle we discussed early.
Bounce pass inside for Paris. Nice
Great
fake
footwork.
And the basket.
Good footwork, good patience. Ball fakes and pass fakes, they can lead to so many things, and sometimes you just got to be disciplined and patient enough to do that and lead yourself into an easy basket. Got to watch that bounce pass on the perimeter. That's a dangerous thing anywhere in Lexington.
Banks with it, and now Peters. Now that one can go the other way in a hurry. Driving is Joyner. Tries to scoop it up underneath. Can't get it in, but Lewis follows.
I tell you, Woodford County, 4 of their 6 are putbacks. So, again, they're going to that offensive glass. Henry Clay's going to have to put a body on somebody to make that happen on their end.
Nice pass from Goatley, and Jackson Steffen can't quite get it to fall on the layup under some pressure underneath, and then a foul, and that'll go against Steffen.
Man, Jackson's left 3 buckets right there at the basket. One was pretty contested. That one right there, you got to go ahead and put that one in, big guy. And then the dunk as well. So that's why I say that's 6 points. Those are points in a tight game. You can't leave those points on the board.
Third team foul on Henry Clay. First one on Steffen. He gets a break as Coach Daniel Brown makes the substitution. Barrett Goodwin into the ball game for Henry Clay. So 7-6 Blue Devils. Banks out front, and now over to Peters.
Henry Clay back in there man-to-man. Just good and solid. Kind of sitting back, making you score over top of them. They call it 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Peters again backed out and then came in. Nice reverse, but the shot is short. Rebound Joyner's there. He gets his first 2.
Another one. 6 of the 8 are rebound putbacks on Woodford's part. Nice pull-up by Goatley.
Goatley, very quick on the pull-up jumper that time, too, and got it in there. 9-8 Henry Clay again.
I like to see a young man that can drive that ball quick like that and stop on the dime. That's an art that can score you a lot of points when you learn it.
And to have that soft touch, too, to hit from the middle of the lane like that after pulling up. Cole Brown into the ball game, number 11 for Woodford County. Nice drive by Tolles. He's got 2.
Nice drive, nice finish. It's a tough finish.
10-9 Woodford County. Goatley in some trouble now and tried to bounce it over to Helton. Deflected, and Goodwin picked it up, and Peters was right there to run into him as he chased down that ball. So foul on Peters.
Back and forth right now. Both teams kind of settling in, but I tell you what, Woodford's got to keep going to that offensive glass. That's doing a whole lot for them right now offensively.
So Jackson Steffen returns for Henry Clay, and Helton will leave the lineup. So a chance for Jackson Steffen just to watch for a couple of minutes and maybe get untracked.
Sure, no, what's what I say. That's good by Coach. Just give him even 30 seconds, 30 seconds to a minute, it can do wonders for you. Let him settle in.
Into the lane he goes, turns, and had it knocked away.
Maybe forced that one a little bit. Drew a crowd. You got to give that one up.
Joyner finds a teammate in the corner, and the three-point shot is there.
Set up by Joyner's driving presence right there. He just kind of drew the man, the defensive guy, from the corner. Allowed him to get a catch and shoot.
Driving is Hemingway, missed the shot off the baseline. Rebound Joyner in a hurry the other way to Tolles.
Another rebound put back.
Yeah, it ends back up in the hands of Joyner. He's got 4 now. 15-9. Woodford has drawn out to a 6-point lead. We're in the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Steffen holds on to it as we come down to the 10-second mark.
They're going to let him get one.
Went to Goatley. Fakes, and somebody's going to have to shoot it. Steffen
didn't get it off.
Let it go, but it was too late. It would not have counted even had it gone. And we come to the end of the first quarter of play with the score, Woodford County 15 and Henry Clay 9. Back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
After our first quarter, we saw them go back and forth several times, Tim, and then Woodford County a late flurry, and they've got a 6-point lead as we go to the second quarter.
Just kind of stymied Henry Clay. Just started a little flat. That's okay. Again, one of those early things, the consistency of it. Now, is Woodford going to continue to be consistent to attack that offensive glass and things? And that's what, dude, over the course of time coaching, some teams just have a natural nose for the basketball to go get it, But, hey, my biggest thing I think I'd tell kids, I used to grade games out, and I would watch when a shot went up, who went. I would grade the entire game solely based on if you went or didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, man, I was just amazed sometimes at the amount of times that people just stood and watched. So I said, you don't get it if you don't go most of the time. It's so Woodford's doing a great job of capitalizing on that. It's really carried them in that first quarter.
So Henry Clay will put it in play to start the second quarter here at Henry Clay High School. New school under construction next to this building. Here's the shot from the outside by Helton. That one doesn't go, and it's Wyatt Peters for Woodford County.
Little 4-cross set, got a double screen and a second double screen. Amari was the second one coming off.
Peters a hard drive into the middle. That one goes out of bounds. It's off Henry Clay, and Woodford will get it back underneath the basket.
Nice set. Let's see what we got on the OB right here. 2-3 zone is what Henry Clay would normally show on the OB under.
Tolles took a look at it. Now Omari Joyner will fire. That one a long rebound, but scooped up by Goodwin for Henry Clay. Helton takes off across the lane, almost lost it. Now has it deflected, but a foul. Peters picks up his second foul. And of course, the Yellow Jackets lost Josiah McKee to early foul trouble.
Woodford really scraps. They scrap, and just a scrappy little bunch. They have some potential to explode out with some points, I believe. I thought Amari's stroke right there looked really good. A really good, smooth stroke, especially from that deep.
So 2 shots for Helton. He gets his first point of the game on that first one. Second one is in as well. And Henry Clay closes to within 4 at 15-11. Tolles with it, guarded by Goodwin. The fake and the drive. And the handoff to Joyner, but it won't fall.
Another offensive rebound.
He got it back. Yeah.
Great look.
Handed it off to his open teammate, Cole Brown. 17-11 Woodford. Goatley heads into the lane, now looks for a teammate. And the shot off the left by Isaiah Brown in the ball game, and a battle for the rebound. And it'll be a held ball.
That's a spot right there. He tried to come out on the dribble with it, and that allowed that to be tied up. That's a great box out Woodford did. One guy was boxing out and taking his man under the goal, and the other two were pushing out. When he got that ball, just get on the pivot with it and keep it moving. And I think if you come out on that dribble, sometimes that'll get you in trouble.
Alan Dixon in the ball game for Henry Clay, another of those highly regarded players that
Henry Clay going a little 1-3-1, going to put a little trap on. They're looking to trap all corners.
Tolles with it, goes back to the corner. Now here's Dixon on the break, but stolen from behind by Joyner, and then a foul as he started back up court. I believe that'll be on Isaiah Brown. Team's first in the second quarter.
They're going to stay with it right here, 1-3-1. They're trying to get traps in all the corners right now. Right to it. If you hang on to it, you can get in a bad way. It's good movement. Oh, one more. Keep that ball swinging.
Tolles with it to Brown. Brown's going to fire from there. And the rebound comes out long. Dixon has it for Henry Clay. Gets it off to Goatley. Pull-up jumper won't go, but followed up. Helton shot didn't go. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Led by Joyner, and puts the scoop shot up after a nice move, and that one drops off the rim. Helton off the break. 3-point try. And the rebound. Steffen tried to save it in, but couldn't.
Henry Clay's getting the looks they want. They're right there where they need to be. It's just going to have to be a matter. They're going to have to rebound on this side and keep being tough with the ball. Keep getting those shots. They'll go.
Substitutions into the ball game. Hemingway back in for Henry Clay.
Hemingway may bring them a little bit of offense right here. He had their first 5, I think it was.
Lewis and Peters bringing it up for Woodford County. 5 minutes to go, second quarter. On the post there for a moment with Lewis.
Good ball movement, good patience.
Shot out of the corner by Peters is good.
Tough shot. That's one of those where you're backing up, then catch it and shoot it.
Steffen driving, lays it up with the left hand. Got it back, and the second one drops in, and that one's going to count.
It's a way to stick with it. He's had a couple that's rolled around the rim like that. Just stay right there with it and be fine. He may make them all second half. That's a good drive on his part.
Foul was on Colson Penn. His first and the second on the team in this second quarter. Scramble for the ball. We had another foul. Lewis picks this one up.
Lewis missed his block-out assignment on that, and he didn't go up the lane. He stepped straight in, and it allowed him to kind of get pinned down on that rebound.
You have to come out long to Steffen. He tries to fire into the lane, a little bit too tall, and Peters comes up with it for Woodford County. Ahead to Lewis and gets the layup.
Lewis got there in a hurry. Once he hit that three-point line, he got to the basket.
Now Woodford has moved into a 9-point lead over Henry Clay. 22-13. Hemingway. There's Hemingway again on the left wing. Nothing there for him. Underneath it goes. Nice pass. Wow. Isaiah Brown lays it in.
Good cut. Steffen found him. Henry Clay does a good job of making those basket cuts, no screen involved, which you really got to be on your toes defensively.
Yeah, and you mentioned the patience, too. They could have settled for a longer attempt earlier in the possession, but as it was, some good passing and eventually got the inside shot. Peters from outside. Off to the left, and a battle for the rebound. Isaiah Brown comes up with it, and with some difficulty, clears it ahead to Paris. Hemingway, a drive off the baseline for the 2.
Hemingway, I like his game. He's a little bouncy, kind of got a shifty about him on the drive. And that's 2 good drives for him this half.
7 points for him in this first half. 22-17. Henry Clay making it a little closer now. Now a foul. That'll be on Paris. First on Paris, second on the team in this quarter. Amari Joyner coming back in, replacing Penn for Woodford County.
Got it out on the side here. It looks like Henry Clay will go back to their man-to-man.
Now, whenever you switch up defenses, you disrupt the rhythm, if nothing else, for the other team, right?
Yep. It's kind of that preparation thing, just being prepared and being able to change and switch. And
clock stops at 2:46 with Woodford County on top, 22-17. Banks has it for the Yellow Jackets. Brown outside, tracked by Steffen. Now gets a step and lays it up. Too hard, it won't go in. Came back off the rim.
It's a great drive.
Helton picks up his first, the third on the team, and to the line is Brown.
He did a good job of, he kind of got a step on Steffen and got on his side, and when he got on his side, he really pushed the ball out and got downhill rather than continuing to going sideways on him. And that's a really, really good drive against a good player.
See Jalen Hill in the ball game for Henry Clay, wearing number 15 in white, replacing Isaiah Brown. Second one good. It's a 23-17 lead for Woodford. Make it 24-17 for Woodford County.
And they're doing that without Mr. McKee being in there.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And so far they've been able to hold Jackson Steffen down. He's only got 2 points. Hemingway fires away and nails it.
I'll tell you what, you better start running him off some screens, I believe. He's feeling it a little bit. He's got about half of Henry Clay's points.
24-20 as Steffen closes the gap with that 3. Scramble for the ball. Lewis went to the floor. Peters picked the ball up. Driving is Joyner, spins and puts it in, and he'll go to the line.
Tough, good athletic move and good poise on the spin. A little unorthodox, if you will, but again, kind of, just like I said, just kind of he got a knack for scoring the ball. That's you don't really practice that. It's just you got it or you don't.
That's the second foul on Jackson Steffen.
Wow.
To the line is Amari Joyner. And comes up empty on that one.
Coach Brown not liking that last little exchange there with the referee on the foul on Joyner. So
under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter with Woodford County on top by 6. Steffen fires long range, hits it, and he's fouled.
That'll get him going.
And the foul will go against Cole Brown, his first.
They needed that one.
And the team's 4th in the quarter, but it'll send Jackson Steffen to the line. He hit the 3-pointer to give him 5 points on the evening, and now he'll try to make it 6 and try to cut that lead to 2.
It's a nice little drawn-up play right there after the free throw. Called play to get Steffen after a dribble drive, kind of weave in the front. and Stephen on a curl screen popping back out. So design play for him, and it paid off. 4 points for the Blue Devils.
Stephen nailed the three and then converts the 4-point play. 26-24. Driving is Lewis. They get a foul as he goes to the basket. Jalen Hill picks up the foul. That's the 5th on Henry Clay.
Lewis, you give him much room, he go by you in a blur. Won't
He will. They get to the basket quickly. Lewis and Jointer especially. 2 shots here. I think that was a shooting foul anyway, but it was the 5th foul on Henry Clay in this quarter. Lewis hits them both. Goatley back in the ball game, replacing Hill.
Been a pretty clean game, Keith, as far as how it's up and down at times, but also both teams showing good patience. I'm impressed with that early on here.
Now Jackson Steffen handling the ball out front. And he fires from way out there, missed the shot. Rebound up for it is Joyner, and fouled from behind by Helton.
Yeah, about got to call that. Well, that'll put Joyner back at the line.
Yeah, they're in the bonus situation now. They shoot 2 after 5 fouls. And actually the 6th on the team in this quarter. So Amari Joyner to the line. First one is right there for him.
Woodford County, a fine free throw shooting team, seems to be. I hope I didn't just jinx Joyner. I might have done that, but
got that one too.
Down. Yeah.
No rim at all on that one, just net, and a good touch by Joyner. So it looks like he doesn't leave many points at the free throw line. Picked up 2 there, and it's 30-24. Henry Clay back out in front by 6 now as we come to the 1-minute mark in the second quarter. Harris back out to Helton, guarded by Lewis. Put it in from the baseline, and that's going to count. Or did he point to the floor?
I think he pointed to the floor.
Okay,
on the floor, they're going to take it out underneath.
Yeah, thought he was counting it, but the shot went in, but the foul on Rajon Lewis, his second.
5th team foul, so he'll have 2. Okay.
Helton hits the free throw. So the foul, a non-shooting foul, but they are at the point where they'll be shooting 2 on each foul. Dixon in for Steffen. Get him out these final 55 seconds. He's got the 2 fouls. Helton, a nice touch on the shot. And it's 30-26, 50 seconds to go as Woodford County comes into offensive court. Peters out front to take it now, guarded by Hemingway, who challenges him. Peters on the drive, got it in the corner, but a walk on Cole Brown. He was going to fake the shot and start the drive, but took an extra step, and now they will get Steffen back in there.
Probably could have took that look right there. Wasn't a bad look. Good job of setting him up and getting him open in the corner. But if he didn't walk with it, he probably did have a drive to the basket.
The Blue Devils have it. Final seconds of the second quarter. They tried to go inside. That one kicked away. So Henry Clay will put it in play. 19.2 on the clock in the second quarter. Blue Devils down by 4. And the long pass into Steffen, guarded by Brown.
Probably going to go ahead and get one shot again right here.
Steffen looking, trying to clear some room, takes the turnaround, and got it. And the long shot at the buzzer sails over the backboard, and we have come to the end of the first half. Jackson Steffen hitting that 2-pointer with about 3 seconds to go, and the score at half is Woodford County 30 and Henry Clay 28. And we'll take a break, begin our halftime report in just a moment on Glycod.
My favorite thing about being a student at U of L is just the sense of community that I have on campus or off campus. Sports has positively influenced my life by taking me out of just slumps that I have in dark places. Anytime I'm feeling down or maybe alone, I always have basketball to go to. I can go to the gym at any time of the day and just my mind clears up. My name is Javon Hadley, and I'm better without it.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington. Visit manowarhd.com.
Back at Henry Clay High School, a good one going tonight as Woodford County leads Henry Clay by a score of 30-28 here at halftime. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, and we saw Woodford County stretch it out a little bit, had a 9-point lead at one time, but Henry Clay has rallied a little bit, and probably no coincidence that a flurry of scoring from Jackson Steffen helped out. He got off to a bit of a slow start, the leading scorer for Henry Clay averaging 25 a game in the early season, and he had in that first half tonight a total of 8 points, but he hit a 3-pointer late and converted that into a 4-point play, so that certainly gave Henry Clay some momentum going into halftime. But a well-contested, well-played game.
Well-played game. I think both teams, you know, they're actually guarding pretty well. They're not giving up easy stuff. I think, you know, there was a one little twinkle there for Woodford where I thought transition, they really scored a few times in transition with Lewis getting out and Maury getting out and getting some easy baskets but Henry Clay settled in, shut that off. They didn't score anymore in that their transition defense got a little bit better. And I think probably Coach Brown, Daniel Brown, will probably address that down there in the Blue Devil locker room. We can't give up those straight line drives that are not contested.
Well, the thing is, too, if you're not ready to defend that, Woodford County is a team that will really take advantage of that because especially Joyner and Lewis can really get to the hoop.
Yeah, man, that's what I was going to say. There's a couple times Lewis, he got that three-point line, and by the time you blink your eyes, he's laying it in. So he's really got a good speed with the ball, which is, you know, that's what you look for, a guy that if you do that, you want to be a transition team at times.
Well, tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. We'll take a break here and come back with more of our halftime report as we get ready for the second half in just a moment on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Getting ready for the second half at Henry Clay High School. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, and it's a 2-point lead for Woodford County right now, 30-28. The Yellow Jackets lead it. I want to remind you that our ticker is brought to you by Fast Signs to help you keep up with the basketball action from around Central Kentucky and elsewhere. Tim, we got some numbers to look at here from this first half, and anything jump out at you on those stats?
Pretty evenly matched as it, kind of Henry Clay kind of evened it out there towards the end of that second quarter, but Woodford won that rebound battle like we discussed in one of the game plan keys for Woodford, and they're up 16-10. 4 offensive rebounds, and we were right. They scored 8 points off those 4 rebounds. So.
Yep, converted them. The leading scorers in that first half, Jackson Steffen did come, had 8 for Henry Clay, but Hemingway was the leader with 10 in that first half for the Blue Devils. Showed us a nice touch from outside and also a good hard drive off the baseline. It's a well-rounded game for him.
Very efficient on 4-6 shooting as well, so that's why I say he him along with Steffen's run there at the end, that was a big part of Henry Clay staying in this ball game in the first half.
Amari Joyner had 8 points for Woodford County, and he was joined at that number by Rajon Lewis, also 8 points for the Yellow Jackets. And we talked earlier about how both of those players can really get to the basket. They drive hard, and they're ready for contact when they get there, and they can convert.
Yeah, and they're scoring done mainly off the drive and attacking the rim. And again, you got to have that. And then we look for a couple of guys have stepped in there and made some threes for Woodford. And man, you wanna be a good 3-point catch and shoot guy when you got two good drivers like Joyner and them. Because when they're moving, you need to be setting yourself up moving and let them find you.
So we'll start the second half now. That fast signs ticker telling us Boyle County leading Dunbar 17-5 in the second quarter. Grant County at Anderson County. Grant County leading that one 27-10 at the half. And we're back to action now in the third quarter. Henry Clay to put it in play. Ball tipped away from Paris. Now he almost lost it again, having some trouble. Finally it's booted out of bounds, and it will go over to Woodford, it looks like. Or is it a foul?
I think they caught a foul, but man, I tell you, Woodford, that's going to bode well for them. They need to be scrappy and play like that, and get some hands on some deflections.
Tolles with the foul, his first, and the team's first in the third quarter. Helton driving. His pass is stolen. It's a run out for Joyner and the dunk.
There wasn't no in between on that one. Yep. Joyner took it right up there and put her down with two hands. So
first scoring in the second half belongs to Woodford County on the dunk by Joyner. Now a nice left-handed scoop by Paris.
Nice footwork right there. Again, he's the one that in the first half did kind of that same thing. You know, little shot fake, little spin back to the offside. And nice finish by Paris.
32-30, ball kicked by Helton, and so Woodford County will put it in play from near their bench. And Coach Deron Brown over there in his 7th season at the school. Former Bryan Station and then University of Pittsburgh star Deron Brown. And Daniel Brown, a coaching veteran in his 20th season at Henry Clay.
Wow.
Inside it goes, and battling is Joyner. Put it up in trouble and couldn't get it to fall, but then the follow by Banks. He gets his second basket of the night. 4 points for him. It's 34-30. Woodford on top. Goatley tried to bounce it inside. A lot of traffic in there.
Yeah.
Ball stolen away. That is Lewis. And now Tolles has a good look, fakes Hemingway, and then misses the medium-range jumper. Rebound, that's McKee who sticks it in.
Been missing him in there, so I'll tell you what, again, started it off with 2 offensive putbacks.
McKee missed a lot of time in that first half due to foul trouble. He's 6'4". He's a lot to handle underneath.
He'd be good and fresh. That's probably a plus for Jerron and those guys today.
36-30. Steffen pulls the trigger. It's in and out, and the rebound to Lewis starts out of there, but then draws the foul.
Again, that right there is a prime example. Lewis was on the outside. His guy did not go. His teammates had 2 Henry Clay guys on their back, and they had position. But Lewis got the rebound because he went. And what I say is that's sometimes you just got to go. You got to release to that ball and go.
First team.
Henry Clay going with it 2-3 now as they walked into it. Again, just kind of a switch up. They scored. They didn't rebound well out of that man. Sometimes the 2-3 can be a little difficult to rebound as well, so good patience by Woodford.
Banks floats it out front to Joyner. And then Banks drains it.
He's got a good-looking stroke. That's great patience on Woodford's part.
Now we'll get a timeout for Henry Clay to slow things down a bit as it's been a quick start for Woodford County here at the start of the third quarter. 39-30 the score. Yellow Jackets on top. 5:20 to go in the third. We'll take a short break and be right back with more basketball on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Henry Clay High School, a 9-point lead now for Woodford County. They've gotten off to a really quick start here in the third quarter.
9-2 to start the second half right here for Woodford. Again, carrying on what they did in the first half, driving the ball, but also got them a couple of three-point looks by being patient against that Blue Devil zone.
And as much as they like to go up and down the floor when they've been presented with a half-court situation, they seem to show good patience and not let the changing defenses disrupt them too much. They just try to figure out what it is and go there. Long shot by Stephen is short.
Henry Clay goes and gets him a second chance.
Around the perimeter it goes. Now Goatley will test the inside and drives and gets the layup.
Nice finish by Goatley. He can blur past you as well. He's a definitely good driver, very poised with the ball.
39-32. Driving is Joyner, and he draws the foul from Stephen.
Great job to reposition that ball. Took it at it and was going to shoot it regular until drew that contact. Stephen's hand hit it. He repositioned it, put that thing off the, as Coach Hicks used to say, put it off the banking board.
The banking board, that's right.
And gets to go to the line for an extra one as well.
And Joyner hits on the free throw to make it a three-point play, and now it's a 10-point Woodford County lead, and Stephen has 3 fouls.
Woodford doing a good job of shutting that cut off, you always hear, there's a great drive.
That is a good drive by Jack Hemingway. 12 points for him.
Went by him, good straight line, but still a tough finish.
Joyner driving against Helton. Into the lane he goes, scoops it up going by. Shot wouldn't fall, and we get a foul on McKee. That's his third.
Joyner got a good middle drive, got all the way where he wanted to do, but that's one of those, you got to hang on to that thing for maybe 2 hands just a little while longer, and then extend out and finish it.
Henry Clay down by 8. Goatley has this pass intercepted by Joyner. Some bumping, and it'll be a blocking foul on Goatley. And that's his third.
Goatley gets to a point where he's kind of got down there and he gets stymied up and he starts that pivot. But if you get too deep right there, it can kind of get you in a bad spot. It's capitalized for him a couple times, but he's actually got himself in a bad spot to get down there and start pivoting. Too deep in that paint.
3.5 to go in the third. Tolles bounces it inside for McKee, guarded by Goodwin. McKee comes up short, but gets the second try.
Yeah, that's a dandy little move to get to the point of.
Hemingway after the long pass. Good fall away off the jump, off the baseline.
Great shot, tough shot, real tough shot. You take your chances with one like that.
44-36, inside it goes. McKee driving, tries to go with the right hand, draws the foul.
Smart.
Blue Devil foul number 5, Richard Goatley, his 4th personal.
Goatley picks up his 4th, and the 4th on the team in this quarter. So we'll see how that affects the next few minutes. Goatley picks up a foul. McKee now 2 out of 3 at the line tonight. Isaiah Brown in for Goatley, who has to leave with those 4 fouls.
Woodford's really attacked the basket with all their, stepped under right there. Again, one of those situations that happened earlier with somebody different. Right there, Helton stepped under the basket rather than stepping up the lane. And if you step up the lane right there, you can kind of pin that guy and still get to that rebound.
And that foul was on Goodwin, and that's the 5th on Henry Clay in this quarter. So Lewis will go to the line for 2. Lewis 2 out of 3 from the line tonight.
Yeah.
Cole Brown back in. McKee has to go out. He's got 3 fouls, but he is a presence in that middle.
Got 1 to foul there.
Second one good by Lewis, and it's 45-36. Woodford County on top, going for what would be their 3rd straight victory this season. Henry Clay came in at 2-1. Long way to go, though. Brown goes inside to Goodwin and back out. Helton fires away, misses left. Steffen saves it in to Hemingway.
Great play.
And they tried to go underneath, but anticipating was Cole Brown, and he's got it for the Yellow Jackets.
Again, couple of kind of bad turnovers, if you will, for Henry Clay right here. Those kind of turnovers right there, the one previous with Goatley and that one there, that can take some air out of you. You know, you have to kind of reset.
So Helton with the foul, and now to the line is Cole Brown for 2. Made 2 in the first half. Ten-point lead for Woodford.
What year is Brown? You have him down?
I don't have that one on. I just have the name and number.
He looks to be fairly young.
Misses the second, but Lewis gives him another chance. Now
good
Banks
shooter.
will fire away. Rebound to Hemingway. Steffen fires underneath, and Isaiah Brown is there.
Probably a good timeout right there by Coach. Good pass by Steffen, get an answer. And now just kind of set your defense right here and work on getting stops.
So 46-38 is the score, 2:06 to go in the third. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back on Glycod.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Henry Clay High School, Tim, it's an 8-point lead now for Woodford County. What have they been doing so effectively here in this third quarter?
You know, just still attacking that rim and attacking the rebound glass. You know, they're doing right what they did in the first half.
Kevin Banks into offensive court for the Yellow Jackets. Joyner pulls up.
That's nice.
Left it short. Steffen off with the rebound, going for the long pass to Hemingway, and he's got the layup.
Great pass by Steffen. Led his teammate. Good timeout by Coach. You got to stop the bucket. Now you need another one.
Henry Clay trying to come to life here and crowd into it. They're down by 6 now. Brown hands it off to Banks. There's Joyner, guarded by Helton. A couple of fakes, and then into the lane he goes and lays it in.
Right to the rim. Laid it right over the front.
Jackson Steffen takes it all the way in, and he scores.
Jackson did the same. Jackson went by 2-3 people right there to get in there and lay it in.
48-42. Under a minute to go now in the third.
Coach Daniel Brown hollering he needs a stop.
Steffen comes out to guard Cole Brown. Tolles. Banks down the lane. Now he goes to the wing.
Again, great patience by Woodford. I was going to say you can probably hold for one.
Driving. is Cole Brown, and
sure did.
Couldn't get the shot to fall.
Woodford County foul. Number 11, Cole Brown.
And Brown commits the foul.
I like that grit. Continue to pursue it, though, right there by Cole Brown. And that doesn't give him, doesn't hurt anything. And that foul count starts over in the fourth quarter anyhow.
Wyatt Peters back into the ball game for Woodford County. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Steffen fakes and spins and goes underneath and can't get the layup to fall. Rebound Joyner. He's got 12 seconds to work with. Into the corner it goes. Wyatt Peters
hits.
Big
shot. That's a really big shot and a great setup.
And the shot blocked as we come to the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, they set that one up well. Hit Peters on the wing, and he was ready to shoot.
Joyner did a great job of getting 2 feet in the paint, drew a big crowd. Everybody thought he was going to, but man, he just found one of those shooters like we talked about at halftime. Good driver.
1.6. Goodwin has to take the fall away under pressure, and it doesn't go, and we've come to the end of the third quarter play with the score. Woodford County 51 and Henry Clay 42. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycom.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Woodford County has a chance to increase that 9-point lead as they have possession to start the fourth quarter. Great third quarter for them, Tim.
Hey, 21 points. 21 points just in the third. So, yeah, Henry Clay's going to have to tighten up a little bit on defense. No more second chance points for him right here to end this thing.
Yeah, into the fourth quarter now and down by 9. Joyner drives and gives it off to Lewis, and its shot falls.
Right now they're just kind of spreading out, 5 out, and they're getting it to their drivers. And, man, a great job by Lewis to attack with the cut while a Joyner attacked with the ball.
Goatley spins into the lane, but no shot there for him. Goodwin takes one from outside. Chases down the rebound and then is fouled from behind by Peters.
The way Woodford attacks that glass to rebound, they're not going to get many of them long ones like that. If they don't, they got to box that shooter out. The shooter's the one that got the ball, so you can't leave that guy.
Hemingway will fire. There's Joyner off with the rebound and near steal, but Joyner gets it back. Fires underneath. Cole Brown open for the layup.
Great pass. Oh my gosh. Again, with the cut, just moving to the open spot.
Helton drives, lost the handle for a moment, but he's fouled.
Underneath here. Henry Clay needs a bucket right here. You don't want it to go much deeper into this fourth quarter.
And bounce pass comes into Isaiah Brown and then off to Goodwin.
Great give and go.
Hemingway tries to go up and underneath. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Pass deflected by Goodwin, but ends up in the hands of Brown, who lays it in.
Just stayed with it right there. Tough play by Banks to get it there.
Screen from Brown, and then
good job handling the screens.
Now Isaiah Brown shoots, and that one's too hard, and the rebound in the hands of Joyner.
Henry Clay's got to get that transition defense. They burned him a couple times.
Joyner pulls up with the jumper. And out in the corner it goes to Brown.
There he goes.
Now Lewis with a strong drive, gets the shot to fall, and a blocking foul.
Oh, gave him a charge.
Oh, did he call him a charge?
Wow.
All right.
Might have led with that shoulder again. Hemingway, I believe, is who that was. Had that defense. He got to the guarding position. Don't think he really sold it for a charge, but I think he just moved at him so hard. He led with that shoulder and hit him with that shoulder.
Yeah, I thought he'd given the block signal there,
but did as well.
Yeah, he had not, and that's a
good thing for Blue Devil fans, that's for sure.
Yeah, here's the jumper by Hemingway, won't go.
Man, great box out by Woodford right there. They just had it. They had that ball.
Again, draw them out a little bit.
Yeah, drawing them out is what they did to start off the quarter. They got to look down there at Cole Brown. He needs to stay down on that block because he was open twice right there.
Woodford County has jumped up by 15 now. Yellow Jackets lead it 57-42.
You don't have to be in a hurry.
Yep.
Yep.
Now they double team the steal from behind by Hemingway, and he gets the layup. Henry Clay needed that.
He did.
Defensive
the bucket.
Score, and 57-44. The drive by Cole Brown. Shot doesn't fall, but a foul.
Little 1-2-2, if you will, by Henry Clay. Not a lot of pressure, and in doing that, when the ball gets in front of so many defenders right there, that makes it tough. Usually gives a driving opportunity for sure.
Cole Brown unofficially 9 points in the ball game.
He's played a dandy game. He's a tough kid. He really kind of got a kind of an IQ kind of kid. He moves around well without the basketball and attacks the glass. Throws that extra pass when he needs to. So good teammate and a good player for Woodford.
Second one by Brown. This one comes off. Leaving the score at 58-44. Jackson Steffen in a hurry. Down the lane he goes. And we'll get a foul there.
That's one of those things where Woodford, they got to realize Jackson's got it on the roll, on the run like that they got to get somebody to stop a basketball and make somebody else score it.
Fourth foul on Rajon Lewis. McKee's back in the ball game for Woodford. And as Kingston Tolles also back in as Brown and Lewis leave. Long one off the left side. That one good for Jackson Steffen.
He shot that off at yellow HC right over in front of Coach Brown.
From the logo. And now a quick timeout for Woodford County. Comes with 4:05 to go in the fourth quarter. The score, Woodford County 58 and Henry Clay 47. We'll take a break and be right back with more basketball on Glycon.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
4:05 left in this one, 58-47 the score as Woodford County has moved out to that 11-point lead. If you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com. And now, Tim, it is starting to be a little bit of time pressure on Henry Clay if they're going to get back in this thing.
You're halfway through the fourth right here. They're going to turn the pressure up. They're turned around, face guarding, playing on the ball. Well, they're just looking for that. They're looking for that right there. There's
Got
your
the deflection. Can't get the layup. Steffen follows, though, and he gets it.
Can't hold it in that corner. Woodford's going to have to do a better job of beating it.
And now another deflection and a steal by Kai Paris. So 2 possessions, 2 steals in this second half of the fourth quarter. Long three, good by Hemingway.
He shoots it with confidence. You can't wait. It's coming. There you go.
And the pass out of bounds. Anyone touch it?
I believe they could be right. Crowd is wanting it to go Henry Clay's way. It may have went right off of McKee's elbow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a lot of the crowd disputing that one, but the Blue Devils will have to play defense again as they give it back to Woodford County with a 6-point Yellow Jacket lead.
Cut it in half.
Amari Joyner drives on Paris. Underneath McKee, had it blocked, and Goatley's got it for Henry Clay. Blue Devils in a hurry. Now Goatley will slow it up a little bit. Had to put the brakes on. Back to Hemingway, and they'll reset. 3 minutes to go.
Hemingway shoots that thing with confidence, doesn't he? Look at that.
Pulls up and drains it.
I'll tell you what, you better keep giving it to him.
58-55, and as this one turned in a very, very short period of time. It's what, 4:05 to go when we had that last timeout. Now we've got a timeout with 2:48 to go. And the score is Woodford County 58 and Henry Clay 55. We'll take a quick break and be back to what has become a very close game here at Henry Clay High School in just a moment on Glycod.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins, Tim Glenn back at Henry Clay High School. And Tim, we talked about how the Blue Devils were getting in a situation where they had to turn it up a bit. Yeah. And boy, have they gotten some results with that.
Well, it was 11 points a minute and 10 seconds ago. So an 8-0 run by the Blue Devils, keeping that same pressure on. Woodford County needs to get some guys down the floor.
Peters back to Joyner, and Joyner will drive it across the line. The drive by Tolles, and got it into Joyner for the basket. Big play.
Great composure right there. Probably got in the air and put himself in a bad situation, but hung on to it long enough to find Joyner in the lane and then be able to lay it in. They needed that bucket.
They really did. That stems the tide a little bit. We had seen Woodford County adjust pretty well to several half-court changes in defense, but then that press seemed to rattle them.
Again, so many times you see teams that put too many people up front when a team's pressing. You get a couple guys down the floor, 1-2 passes, and you got a wide open layup on this end.
Amari Joyner, the free throw, makes it 61-55. Steffen bobbled it and then turns and scoops it up against the backboard to himself, and then was fouled as he went for it again.
They changed that rule. You can do that now to where you can actually lob it to yourself off the backboard without the rim, as long as it's considered a shot attempt.
Third foul on Cole Brown.
Heady play on his part.
2 shots for Steffen. Nice touch on the first. 16 points unofficially for Jackson Steffen tonight. Came in averaging 25. 2:30 to go. And the lead is still 5.
Cole Brown, a big rebound right there. Got to have a guy in the middle. That's right. Now, down the floor. Down the floor. There you go.
The corner almost too tall and got it back in bounds. Here goes Joyner for the basket. Can't get the layup. Rebound, Cole Brown. His shot won't fall, and the rebound to Jackson Steffen. Driving hard for the basket. Twists and puts it up. No good. But a foul.
So again, you see, I always I've heard different coaches say you got to make them pay to press. So if they're going to have all those people defensively up here, and you can make a couple of really good passes just like that right now. If you need a better pass than that, but you're going to have good scoring opportunities on the backside of that press.
Well, Steffen will go to the line. That's the 5th foul on Rajon Lewis, so Woodford loses him. Unofficially 11 points in the ball game, and he has played hard, really drives that ball to the basket, so he'll be out. Coach Jerron Brown taking his time on the substitution, as he is allowed to do, and now it'll be Kingston Tolles replacing Rajon Lewis, who is fouled out with 2:05 to go.
Rajon the Blur Lewis. I'm going to tell him, get him a T-shirt made.
There's Steffen with the free throw. Or rather, yeah, Steffen with the free throw, and makes it 61-57. Second shot good.
All right, three-point, it was here again.
Here's Joyner, and then the reach-in foul. They got Hemingway. He thought he had all ball, but the foul is on Hemingway. His second. Third team foul on Henry Clay in this fourth quarter, so the Woodford County Yellow Jackets will have to put it in play near midcourt. Peters will throw it in.
I'd say Henry Clay is going to run at Joyner again right here pretty quick. They take their time getting into anything.
Paris has been very competitive in doing the defense on Joyner in this quarter. Inside and knocked away by Steffen, but that'll be a foul.
Probably did. Good job by Cole Brown coming to meet that ball. He actually met it, caught it in front of him, and it caused Brown to have to reach across his shoulder. Or not Brown, but it caused Steffen to have to reach across his shoulder there.
He gets his 4th foul with 1:44 to go in the 4th. Remains in the game. And it comes to Cole Brown, guarded by Steffen. Into the lane with the spinning shot.
Can't fade away. The man got 4 fouls on him. You got to take it at him.
Hemingway got the rebound, and the Blue Devils down by 3 with 1.5 minutes to go. Goatley with it.
Got a fade screen. That's who I'd get it to.
Hemingway has it off the back of the rim. The rebound fought for and claimed by Peters. There goes Joyner.
Gamble.
Gets it on the left side. Now here's Joyner again, coming up on the 1 minute mark.
Woodford needs a guy in the middle.
Down the middle goes Joyner, gets the basket and draws the foul.
That's tough. On that drive right there, a guy like Joyner, you got to make him go to the outside. You cannot give him that middle drive. When he gets on your side, he pushes that ball to the front, and he's going to make 2 more of them guard him.
Joyner gives Woodford County a 5-point lead, and now he'll try to make it 6 with 56.9 to go and gets the free throw. Here's Helton back into the ball game for Paris. And 64-58. Do we get a timeout? Henry Clay takes a timeout. 56.9 to go. 64-58 the score. Woodford County on top. We'll take a quick break and be back with the final minute of this game, and the final minute of the fourth quarter, let's say, in just a moment on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
(64-58), Woodford County holding on to a 6-point lead now. Henry Clay has really battled back, but the Woodford County Yellow Jackets have come up with a couple of big plays here recently too.
Yeah, big plays. Plays that, kind of turns the momentum off to a certain degree, but they're going to have to keep 1 minute is a whole lot of time. They're going to keep handling that press on the other end.
Here's Hemingway being pressured, and the steal by Cole Brown gets it to Joyner. He'll take it to the basket. The ball goes in.
Woodford giving them a little bit of their own medicine right there and putting a press on them. Good job by, I think it was Brown that knocked that ball away and stole it, coming from the backside, being the protector. I look for him to put it on again right here.
So the ball goes in and a foul. And Joyner hits the free throw.
There it is, 2-2-1. Brown's in the back. He's kind of protecting. They're going to try to trap. Nope. Good find.
Hemingway out of the corner, spins out of there, but put back in by Helton.
Still got time, 7-point game.
Yeah, we'll get another timeout with 39.5 seconds to go. 67-60 after a huge play by Amari Joyner. 67-60, and we'll take a break as well and be right back with more from Henry Clay High School in just a moment on Glycod.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Tim, I have Amari Joyner with 24 unofficially, and he has really made some big plays for Woodford County down the stretch after Henry Clay tightened this thing up.
Really good finishes, and one way that he does that is he gets where he wants to be, but also he's just so shifty. He's able to take that contact and then reposition it. Does a good job of finishing. I'm not sure how many and ones he's had, but there's been more than a couple.
67-60, 39.5 left in the fourth quarter. Woodford County will play it in against full court pressure from Henry Clay.
Yeah, that's what you do. Now down the floor.
Here comes Joyner.
Smart play.
To Banks, and they back it back out. And now Paris fouls Cole Brown.
Just like right there, Henry Clay's got 5 guys on defense on that side of half court. If you have 2 people that get wide and deep on the backside, then, man, it's just you got to make a decision. You can't put them all up there. Makes it tough.
Cole Brown sinks the free throw. He's had a good ball game tonight. 11 points for Cole Brown. Going for 12, and he's got it.
He's had a dandy game. Done a lot of things.
69-60, and it looks like Woodford County is going to get its 3rd straight win. They've all been close games. Goatley misses the shot. Joyner has the rebound. Tries to clear it out of trouble, but the Devils apply pressure in backcourt. Tolles got it ahead to Peters, but there was a whistle just as Tolles was getting rid of the ball. Hemingway picks up his 4th. And to the line, it'll be Kingston Tolles.
Woodford kind of taking their time figuring this thing out a little bit as far as how to handle it. But you got to give it to the Blue Devils. They made up a lot of points in a hurry, put themselves in a spot where they could have won this game.
No substitutions for Henry Clay now. Stefan is out momentarily, and it's now Tolles back to the free throw line. Gets the second one. 70-60. Isaiah Brown driving on Cole Brown. And a rebound to Peters. Just 6 seconds to go, and Woodford County's got this one wrapped up. Wyatt Peters will dribble out the final few seconds. There's the buzzer, and Woodford County gets its 3rd straight victory to open the season. They beat Henry Clay tonight by a score of 70-60 here at Henry Clay High School. And we will take a break and begin our postgame report in just a moment on Glycod.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
We are back at Henry Clay High School, and fortunate enough to get a post-game word from Coach Jerron Brown after his team won it 70-60 tonight over Henry Clay, and third straight victory for Woodford County to start this season. And Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It was a tough win. They put the pressure on you there in the fourth quarter, but you responded after they made it close. What was the key to getting it done there in the fourth quarter?
Well-coached team, and we knew the pressure was going to come. we haven't been prepared for the pressure lately. So I think that's something we need to work on. They explored our weakness. We need to work on handling the press. Luckily, we started hitting free throws at the end, so it helped out a lot as well.
Yeah.
Coach, start second half. I think y'all started like 9-2 starting that second half. But again, I think you really in those runs you made, you did the same things. Man, I think you had to be pleased with the way you guys went to the boards tonight.
Yeah, we rebounded a lot. We told our team we have to be a offensive rebounding team and being patient on offense. When we patient on offense, we get good shots. When we rush, we take bad shots, throw it away, and it just gets us all out of sync.
We saw Amari Joyner tonight, and what a player he is. He can take that ball to the basket, but he also set up his teammates on a few occasions, too.
He's a very unselfish player, good player. Love to coach him. He just got off the football field, so I think it's going to take him about a month and a half, and I think he's going to be one of the best guards in the state once he gets in basketball shape. Right now, he's went over no plays with us or nothing. This is his second game. Probably had one practice with us, so he's a great player.
His biggest thing, I just love how and that's why I told Keith earlier in the broadcast, I said, you got Lewis as well. Man, he go by you, and he's a blur sometimes.
Yeah, Rajon, he's like our utility man. He does everything. He'll rebound, defense, get a putback, or hit a shot. When he's not supposed to, he is a shot. Also, Cole Brown, freshman, stepped up big for us. He's getting better and better every day.
Coach, I thought with the things he did a lot of different things. Like he stole the ball, he rebounded well, he boxed out and rebounded on the defensive side. I thought position. I thought the way he moved without the ball, he got a couple of good buckets just because he just went to the good spot.
Yeah, he's learning how to play without the ball. He's learning how to play at a faster pace. Coming from middle school, just throwing him out there right there. I think he's doing a good job. He learns every day. He's a great player as well.
You've got a lot of different ingredients on this team. I mean, Joyner is going to lead you in scoring probably most of the time, but still there are a lot of guys doing different things just as they did tonight. You've got a lot of things to work with.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We don't have one guy that can score. We got multiple guys. Like you said, Amari probably lead us in scoring most of the games, but we have guys that can hit shots. And any night, any of them can hit any shot. So I think that's going to make us a good team.
I saw that. You've got some three-point guys, and I said, man, you got drivers like Amari and Lewis who can get 2 feet in the paint like that. And tonight, the threes you got, most of them were inside-out threes where the guys got in the paint, punched it out to them.
Yeah, that's how we've been trying to practice a little bit, just making the extra pass going inside-out instead of playing outside-in.
Coach, I wanted to ask you before we go tonight about the trip to the Pittsburgh area that your team got to make. You got a nice win up there, but also the guys got to have a nice trip and see some things, too. Tell us a little bit about that trip and how it came about.
We left Friday morning right after our Taste Creek game. When we got there, we toured PNC Park, the Steelers Stadium, both locker rooms, and then we went to Pittsburgh practice, and then Sunday we wrapped it up and went to the Pittsburgh game. And it was a good experience, just the kids seeing how big the kids are in college, freshmen, and how serious it is to condition, weights, and being in shape.
And you had a great career at Pittsburgh. It must have been a nice homecoming of sorts for you, too.
Yeah, it was pretty fun seeing some people I haven't seen in a while. The campus has changed a lot, but I still seen a few people that was there that worked when I was there, a couple security guards and a bookkeeper, so it was nice seeing them.
Hey, I want you to know that I had a good buddy of mine who grew up in Pittsburgh and was a big Pitt fan. He always would tell me, he said, man, that's right, the Jerron Brown, he was from Lexington. He said, man, I love that guy. I said, I love watching him play. So,
thank you.
What do you take out of this win now, working towards the next game? What did you learn tonight?
We learned that we got several guys we can go to on the bench. We starting to hit our free throws, and we tough. We like somebody makes a run at us, we handle it pretty tough with grit and just calm down and restart, and then we went back on our scoring spree.
Well, a great win for you. Congratulations again.
All right, thank you.
All right, Jerron Brown, head coach of Woodford County, his team a winner tonight, 70-60 over the Henry Clay Blue Devils. Our wrap-up will continue in just a moment on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
And our wrap-up continues from Henry Clay High School. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, and interesting to talk to Coach Brown. You can always take a lot from these early season games as your team begins to develop, and he's got, as we said, a lot of things to work with.
So I did not, I remember somebody saying that Amari played football there for Woodford, and again, that even makes it more the impressive of how he was poised at different times. You know, he's kind of had some shots too that he probably left on the board that later in the year he's going to make those as well. So.
Absolutely. Just now getting into the basketball surroundings, and of course he missed nearly all of the last basketball season with a knee injury, and coming back and really takes on a big role for Woodford County as he drives to the basket, and we talked about his assists as well. So let's get into our tonight's most outstanding players, built by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your next chapter. And for the visiting Woodford County Yellow Jackets and victorious Woodford County Yellow Jackets, it is Amari Joyner. Some others played well, but he was the standout, and unofficially 24 points for him tonight. He drove the lane. He made free throws. He didn't leave points at the free throw line. He set up his teammates, and just an MVP night tonight for him.
That's definitely an MVP, and he just did a great job of including everybody. I love Jerron saying, Coach Brown saying that, you know, he's an unselfish player, but he's probably going to lead us in points every night. So.
Yeah, and he's unselfish, but sometimes the best thing for Woodford County is when he takes it and goes to the basket with it. That's
exactly.
the winning formula in many cases for them, and they staved off a Henry Clay rally. It looked like the Blue Devils were just about dead tonight, but they rallied and really made it close there in that fourth quarter. We have our home team Outstanding player tonight, Jack Hemingway of Henry Clay, a 6'3 senior. He also went officially with 24 points tonight, and he showed us a variety of shots. A nice touch from outside. He can just go up with that jumper and nail it from outside. A good touch, and what a nice balance he is with Jackson Steffen. That's going to help Henry Clay win a lot of ball games.
No, I agree. I think, like I say, he's just kind of shifty and bouncy, and what I say, he's going to have some nice games, some more of them for the Blue Devils, and especially as they start gelling up together.
And this is the kind of thing that, Henry Clay, it's a tough loss, and now they've lost to Trinity and then lost to Woodford County. But at the same time, they certainly were playing hard right up to the final buzzer and rallied in that fourth quarter, made a big dent in that lead midway through the fourth quarter with their pressure. So they learned some good things about themselves tonight.
I agree. I think, that's why I say some teams, because they were put away, to be honest with you. It was about a 15, point lead there in the second half, and they could have folded, but they put themselves in a chance to win. So,
well, again, tonight's most outstanding players built by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your next chapter, and we'll come back and wrap things up from Henry Clay High School in just a moment on Glycod.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Sports have influenced my life in a tremendous way. I'm able to see all these new opportunities and meet all these great new people. My interests outside of basketball are trying to relax and hang out with my friends and explore Louisville itself.
I know I'm more successful because of the positive choices I've made and actions I've taken.
My name is Kanai Roots, and I'm better without it.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back to wrap it up tonight from Henry Clay High School. Woodford County a winner tonight, 70-60 over the Henry Clay Blue Devils. Let's take a look ahead now. Coming up on Glycod, more exciting high school basketball action brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. Our upcoming games this week, 7 o'clock start tomorrow night as the Franklin County girls are at Bourbon County. 7 p.m. start tomorrow, December 10th, and then on Friday night at South Oldham at Anderson County, another girls' game, 6:30 p.m. the start for that one. That's our look ahead, brought to you by New Vista. And we will wrap it up from here tonight. Tim, Glenn, any final thoughts on this one?
I think both coaches learned things about their teams and teammates again about one another. And early season game, a good one, right here in Lexington on a Tuesday night, and it's a good night to be in the gym. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being with us tonight, and that will do it for us from Henry Clay, for our producer Scott Moore, and for our camera operator Leslie Moore, and for our analyst Tim Glenn. I'm Keith Elkins. Thanks very much for being with us tonight. Again, the final score, it was Woodford County 70 and Henry Clay 60. Good night from Henry Clay High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.